I'm Shubble and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video that I've wanted to do for a while. I have a lot of opinions about sounds in Minecraft. What are the best sounds? What are the worst sounds? And so I'm gonna do a tier list of every sound of every block in Minecraft. We're gonna talk about the sound of it being placed, the sound of it being broken, and the sound of it being walked on. Okay, and we're not gonna try every single block if they have the same sounds as each other. So something that's true, logs and planks and all of the other kinds of stairs, everything in between, have all the same sounds. So we're gonna skip all the rest of the logs, and I'm pretty sure cherry log and cherry plank sound the same. And then I will drag them here onto our tier list, wherever I think that they belong. What's a good sound? What's a bad sound? What's the best sound? So, you know, that's all good. It's fine. It's kind of got a good thockiness. Let me actually raise. We need to really hear these good. Honestly, I do find it pretty satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. Something I hate is that every once in a while you hear a squeak and it just kind of sounds like you're wearing leather shoes, like SpongeBob episode with the squeaky boots. So we're gonna take... Do I have to find it in this list of blocks? We're gonna use a standard oak log for this one, and I am gonna put it in C. Okay, now we have the cherry blossom log. I am a big fan of this one. It's just so much deeper of a sound. Kind of more hollow sounding. Much better footstep sound, in fact. Nothing squeaking that shouldn't be. Yeah, no, I think that cherry blossom logs, way better sound. Way better than regular. Okay, I had to quickly switch to a different tier list because the other one didn't have cherry blossom yet. So I don't think this is an incredible sound to be S tier, but I do think that it's pretty up there. I think it might be an A for me. Now we've got block of bamboo. Now I haven't listened to this one too much. I haven't walked on it too much, so I don't know what the feeling is gonna be here. Ooh. Kind of sounds like walking on scaffolding. I like that more, actually. We'll come back to that. You know what? I kind of feel like, for me, that's a B. Now we've got crimson stem. Can you tell how I feel about it? Is this the same as this one? These are the same. I think that you get the feeling of what I'm gonna rank this. Personal opinion, I think it's gross. I don't think it's the grossest. Actually, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna put it in F for now, unless I uncover blocks that I hate even more than that. It's just squishy still, but not quite as blocky as that. It's got that little squish to it. Honestly, the footsteps are not as bad. A little bit squeaky, just like the regular planks, kinda. But I kind of like the footstep itself without that weird step. It sounds like you're stepping on a bug sound. And so for that reason, we're gonna put the plank in D. This is pretty good so far, I think. I feel good about this. We haven't hit an S tier. I already know a few off the top of my head. I'm definitely putting in S tier. I have strong opinions about this. The removal sound of the block, not too bad. Stones. Now, I don't know that these are different from each other, but I do know that the stairs and slabs are going to be the same as the block. So we're just going to do whole block, and we're going to try out, see if any of these are different from each other. So just starting with our basic stone. That's different. Those are the same. Okay, cobbles are the same. That's all the same. All of it's the same. I'm just stupid. Okay, so cobble's the same as stone as well, so is smooth stone. So, just basic stone then. And then let's go pull granite, diorite, and andesite. Deep slate, definitely different. Cobbled deep slate, I'm not sure if it's different. That's the same. Okay, well, this will make the tier list shorter. All of this is the same. Okay, so that makes judging the stone sound easy. There's like a sound in the footsteps that just doesn't sound natural to me. It's like that higher sound. I just don't understand if it's the sound of my shoes. Is it my shoes? Okay, here's regular stone. We're gonna use that as the marker for all stones. Honestly, I kind of feel the same way about logs as I feel the regular logs. It's like whatever. There is something about the sound of mining in a cave, though, and just breaking all those stones. Sounds good. Ooh, that's crunchy. Is it different from cobbled? No. Oh, it's so crunchy. Now, I don't know if any of the other deep slates are going to sound different. That's different. These are all different. They're all very crunchy, though. It sounds like pieces of a statue. It sounds expensive. And I kind of like the walking on it sound, and I really like the breaking it sound. Even though when you're actually mining and it's going so slow, it's actually the worst sound. I'm kind of feeling B. Then we've got chiseled deep slate. That's even crunchier, but a little bit more hollow sounding. You know what this sounds like, actually? Whoa. Why is that one so much louder? We're gonna get to this because I love this sound. Interesting. I don't think that it's an A tier, but I'm gonna bump it above these guys. Actually, just maybe only better than the regular deep slate. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie, it's pretty crunchy, kind of scratches my brain. So it's not really wowing me. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B. Tell me that's the same sound as stone. Tell me that's literally exactly the same. I feel like bricks should have a different sound. Mud. All right, you know, I don't love the packed mud, the beans. I feel like it should sound different because it's mud. And I know it's packed and it's dry, but I'm not actually wowed by this one. I think mud bricks is actually the S tier I'm thinking. It's a little wet. It sounds a little wet when you place it. Okay, but bear with me. I love the sound of walking on it. And it does have that little squish to it because it's mud. So it's like, maybe it's not supposed to sound wet, but it does. But this, I don't know. Okay, so packed mud. Honestly, not really impressed by it. I'm thinking of putting it in D. Mud brick, however, I'm just going to put it at the top of A. I don't actually think it's quite an S tier yet. I do like the sound of breaking packed mud more than the mud bricks, though. There's that, like, wetness to it. It's moist. It is exactly the same. I feel like everyone should get their own individual sound. Maybe that's a lot of work. Maybe it's high expectations. So then we're just going to do sand. There's nothing like when you are on the beach in Minecraft. Efficiency 5 diamond shovel. You know what I mean. The suspicious sand. Kind of a little crunchier, a little thicker, bigger granules. Oh. I actually like that. Slightly different from regular sand. We're gonna put this... I kind of felt like it was B. I felt like I liked it enough. And then suspicious sand, kind of liked it a lot less. Kind of didn't like the broken glass of it all. Let's start with the lanterns. I feel like it should sound different when you walk on it from stone, but when you break it, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, that's horrible. And you know what, because it is just using two different sounds from other blocks, it's just the glass breaking and the stone placing, I'm gonna rule it out also. There's nothing unique to the sounds, and I'm looking for unique sounds. That's just stone again. Everything is stone. This is a unique sound for sure. Kind of the worst sound ever of walking on. I feel like I don't have a big opinion on it, but I feel like it's a C. That is the clunkiest brick sound. This is what bricks should sound like, but maybe just a little bit softer than this. I'm gonna make a pretty long runway because I really like walking on this one. Come on. Is it S tier? I'm gonna put it, I'm thinking about S tier, but for now I'm gonna put it at the top of A because we still haven't hit one of my S tiers and I just feel like it's gonna be in another league. Basalt. Very crunchy, very dry. This is crispier and crunchier. Like I would want to bite that. But is it higher than, no, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B. This one's all about the footsteps. It sounds like you're running around with a bunch of change in your pocket. I wish you could hear the gold and the pocket full of change when you break it. I feel like that would make more sense. Now, I kind of liked that. I don't know if it's A tier. It's better than bamboo. I feel like bamboo's pretty good. I feel like bamboo needs to actually be bumped up to the bottom of A, and this guy will be the top of B. End stone is the same as stone. I guess you don't need a unique sound for every single literal block. But come on, some of these, I feel like by the way they look, this looks like moon rock. Tell me it sounds the same as a regular piece of stone? I don't know. I don't know if I agree. We've got iron, gold, redstone, emerald, lapis, diamond, netherite. So let's see. Are these all going to be the same? Oh, no. Oops. That's the same. That's different. But that's actually just stone again. That's the same. Oh! I feel like the footsteps should sound a little bit different, though. It should sound like you're walking on iron-plated flooring. A little bit more tinny, maybe. So we're going to slide him right there. And netherite block. This one's got a nice sound to it. This is definitely metallic sounding. That's how I thought iron should sound. Maybe not so much diamond and emerald. Oh, I like walking on it. I kind of like that. I never heard this before. I've never made a netherite block before. I think that that's A, but bottom of A. Let's do amethyst. It's so sing-songy even when you're placing it, but then when you walk on it, it's like wind chimes. There's layers to it. It's echoing. And then there's that little sparkle when you stop. I love that. That's our first S tier. So that's a specialness I'm looking for out of an S tier sound. Let's see block of copper. Now that's definitely different. I really like that, actually. I like that a lot. That has a nice little pretty sound to it. Ooh. That sounds exactly like walking on chain link fence or something. We'll do copper bulb up here. Okay, that's kind of a fun sound. Copper block. Honestly, I really like it. I think I actually like it more than the netherite block. Unfortunately, I think I might be too soon for the copper items to be in this tier list. I would put the grate right next to the block. I actually really liked it right in between these two. But then the bulb, I'd put in C. actually, that sounds very similar to snow, but I'd have to make sure that's not exactly the same. No, I love that one. Kind of snowy, kind of soft, kind of walking on a blanket sounding, which I think is inaccurate. I like it. I kind of feel the same way about it as I did regular wood, I think. So I do feel like it's better than these. Right there. Sounds like stone when placing it. Sounds horrible when breaking it. It actually sounds exactly the same when walking on it too, and I feel like it should have a different sound when you walk on it. But then we get that, and if I'm being honest, I hate that. I do hate that a lot. Glass is actually gonna be F. So first we have grass. I do like the sound of walking on grass, actually, a lot. And it's a very crunchy breaking sound because of the grass. Is it bad enough to put it in D? We're actually in between wood and stone. Podzol. Is that different? Oh. Podzol is the same as dirt. Mycelium is the same as grass. There's actually something about dirt. A little bit different from grass, but almost more nostalgic for me for some reason. I couldn't explain why, though. I'm gonna put it above wood. Now, call me crazy. I feel like what we're hearing in this is like a little bit of an extra dry crispiness to it because there's roots in it. Kind of sounds like what I think Podzol should sound like. This should be what Podzol sounds like. I kind of like the rooted dirt a lot more. I liked that more than grass, more than dirt. I kind of liked it enough to put it at the bottom of B. So wet, so squishy. Do I hate it or love it? I hate it, I think. I might have lived among the mud, but I definitely didn't love it. That's wet. That is wet. Your feet are covered in mud. Your shoes are dirty. You're tracking footprints everywhere. I'm not going to put it in F, but I am going to put it in the bottom of D. It's the same as dirt? That's the same too? Wait a minute. And I've never noticed. Okay, let's go on to ice and see if it's the same as glass. It literally is. I love the sound of snow. I'm from the East Coast. I don't live there anymore, but I'm used to very snowy winters. And this sounds, it's very quiet considering how loud some of the other sounds are, and I've got it bumped up to 80%. But it sounds just like packed snow, like snowball snow, because there's different kinds of snow. Some snow you can't pack, it depends. This is packing snow. Realistically, I know that it's cornstarch, and that's what they do to make the sound of snow, but it's very accurate. I find it to be S tier. Okay, moss. I like that. I was expecting it actually to sound almost exactly the same as grass, but I think that this is more, sounds more like leaves. Okay, I feel like leaves should sound more like moss sounds, and moss should sound more like leaves. Moss block. I liked it quite a bit. I think I liked it about as much as I liked the rooted dirt. We're gonna move these two up. I was expecting this to sound like stone again, but I'm pleasantly surprised it's got its own sound. It's kind of got a little bit of a tinny sound too. Do you hear that like metal sound? Sounds lightly like amethyst. Am I crazy? Are we hearing that? There. Dripstone? This sounds familiar. So similar. I kind of like the dripstone crunchiness. I do think that it's right there next to it. And what did tough sound like? Hold on. Was that the same? Oh, there it is. It's so close. It sounds like they're just pitched different, but they sound the same. And it's really funny that they're all sitting here next to each other. That one deserves a unique sound. You're telling me I'm placing a block that has live lava in it flowing. And when I break it, there's no sound that... Nothing? It's also the same. I didn't expect that. Yes. I enjoyed that literally not at all. That's gonna go right there with the log. That's cool. It sounds so soft. And then there's just the souls of the damned when you break it. It's got similar moans, but a crunchier sound just like dirt. As far as sounds go, I like sand better. So we're gonna put soul sand. I'm feeling A. I kind of really enjoyed that. I'm gonna put it right at the bottom of A. And he was less cool to me, so I'm actually gonna put him at the bottom of C. Now this one's gonna be good. Just get ready. Come on. That is the most satisfying. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. Whoever designed this sound, I don't know what you did to achieve that, but I just think you should really give yourself a pat on the back. It's so good. It's so good. It sounds very similar to the new pot. Oops. It is similar, but they're not the same, definitely. We're putting that in S. I'm actually going to put it in the middle. That, I think, is the same as netherrack, actually. Sounds kind of similar, but it's actually different. It is a unique sound. Not from each other, though, so we'll just use this one. I'm going to put it... Which one's worse? I feel like it's just slightly better, I guess, than regular netherrack. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is slightly better because I forgot about the walking on gold part. Just like having change in your pocket. Again, I feel like you should hear that when you break it. Whoa. I'm going to put that kind of by basalt. Roots, muddy roots, mushroom stem. All the leaves I think are the same, but I'm going to pull out... Well, we'll come back to these. Let's start with the wood. Call me crazy for this, I kind of like it. I like the sound of walking on it. Sounds like sticks. I'm feeling B. Like, I don't think that it's that incredible, but I do think it's fun. I'm gonna put it by the rooted dirt, actually. I kind of like that rootiness to it. Is that just the same as mud? I feel like that is a combination of mud and roots. Yeah, it kind of really is just mixing those two sounds together. So I put roots here, and I put mud here. I'm gonna put it below mud. And then this is actually the same as moss, I think. That's that same sort of airy sounding leaf. Yeah. And then we just got plain leaves, which I actually kind of hate. Kind of hate the old leaves. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of D. I just don't like it actually that bad. Well, I hate them both. Okay, now hold on. Okay, I do think this is bad enough. Oh my god. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Good sound, though. Good sound. 10 out of 10 S tier. I love that. Hold on. It's so boing. I'm gonna put that up here, higher than these, right behind the bamboo. I think these are gonna be the same. Just kind of wet. Kind of wet, but not in a gross way. We'll yoink red coral because they're all the same. I'm gonna put it up in B. Do we have anything so much like that? It kind of sounds like hay, to be honest. Hay's literally just grass. That sounds like a hay bale. Oh, I kind of really like that. I did like that just about a little bit more than that dry leaf sound, I think. Okay, and now wet sponge. I think I dislike it more than mud. Where's mud? I'm gonna put it just right next to him. Right above him, but right next to him. Are these not F-worthy? I think I hated these a lot. I'm not gonna lie. More than that? Up here. Let's move them up here. Ew. Ew. Ew! I can't tell if it sounds the same as any of the other squishy ones or if they're just all really, really similar. I'm gonna put them up there. You know what I'm gonna actually immediately, I'm gonna be honest with this one. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. Worse than glass. Absolute bottom. And now I have a feeling that honey block might actually beat it there too. Ew, ew, ew. Yep, that's where that belongs. There's something nice about it, but I don't like how there's like that extra squishiness to it. Why is everything gotta be so wet? Why is everything wet? Frog light. I don't think it's quite as bad as these down here, but I am gonna just chuck it at the bottom of D. It's just got little gremlins in it. It's just got little gremlins in it. It's just full of little guys. I kind of like it. Do I like it enough to put it in S tier? It's just the sound of a billion little guys. I kind of want to put it at the bottom because it is so unique, but so cool and interesting. Okay, this is exactly the same sound as Bones mixed with Skulk. So I'm gonna put it right below because I feel like it has to go there. Or do we put it at the top here? Because I don't think it's not quite the same. I just think that it's the... Yeah, I'm gonna put it right below. It's the same as the bone block, but it's skulkier. I forgot I would do that. Just because of that screeching, that is the worst. So we're gonna put him right here. I don't think he's the worst bad-wise, but I do think he's F tier for the screeching, but the coolest of the F tiers. I know that it's terrifying in context to hear when you're mining out in your world and you don't know that you're near a deep dark. But as far as a sound goes, ooh, that's crazy. That is a crazy sound. This guy belongs down here with this one for being cool, but in a horrible way. Okay, campfire. You know, other than the roaring fire sound, the placing of it is just the same. And am I crazy that I don't even think this is the best imitation of a fireplace sound I've ever heard? I feel like it could be cozier. Close your eyes for a second. Do you see what I'm saying? It could be cracklier. I think it belongs at the top of A for the ambience, but it's not an S tier for me. Am I crazy? The breaking of the anvil sound should sound a lot more like the placing of it. Also, walking on them should sound more like... That's how it should sound like to walk on top of the anvil. Something like that. Okay, that's all I needed to know. All right, we're going to put it actually right next to this block, but just below it because this block has everything that this one should. Okay, all of these are the same as other sounds. Whoa. I think walking on this, placing this, are all going to sound how you'd expect. This should have a sound of like how walking on glass should also have a sound. But when you break it... That's awesome. I don't think that I knew that. I don't move my beacons around that much. I'm not crazy like that. I don't think it's quite an S tier just because it's only the breaking of the beacon that sounds cool like that. Let me do a bunch again because that was really fun. That's awesome. Okay, we're way, way down here now. Ew. It sounds like someone dropped a marble. This is a nice pattern. If you were to build with this as your floor, I think this is actually so cool. Okay, I think that one's pretty bad, actually. I think that it's bottom D. I actually quite like sort of the thockiness of this one. I can only compare it to like keyboard switch sounds. And I really like the sound of walking on it. It sounds exactly like how I would expect it to. And I kind of really like it almost similarly to bone. I don't know if I think that it's S tier like bone, though. Actually, I'm gonna put it right after nether brick because I do really, really like nether brick. I'm still actually even considering putting nether brick in S tier. And I put this in here. You know what? I think this is gonna move up and I think I'm gonna leave scaffolding right there. Okay, I'm gonna rank that exactly where I ranked Suspicious Stand, right behind it, right there. That's good. That's S tier, I think. I think bone is still better. They're very similar vibes. It's not exactly the same as a block, but I do think that it's honorable mention enough to put up there. Same for campfire. It's not exactly a block. I mean, it's you know, whatever. I make the rules here. That's nicer. Also, check out this texture. That's really nice flooring. Regular wood is here. I actually really like this a lot. I feel like it belongs just above scaffolding. I thought that that should make a cooler sound when you break it, but whatever. I expected that to have a cool sound when you break it, but no. A little bit boring on these ones that I would have expected something cool out of. Vault. 1000%. I don't think that the tier list is updated to have this yet. Oh, so I'm standing back here. What? I think the sound is cool. Not S tier, but I'll put it at an A. What is this? Heavy core. Why did I think that would have a different sound? It's cute that it glows. I guess chain has a sound. And I actually really like the sound of walking on chain. I feel like I would put that in A tier. Just right there. I don't know if these are any different. Oh. There's a bigger echo to it. See, that doesn't have an echo. Sounds like church bells. I'm gonna put that up here. I'm gonna put it at the top of A. Oh, I like the sound of walking on these. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it below chain because I like walking on chain more. I think that's different. Ooh, yeah, that's very bushy. I'm gonna put it here, just above moss. Actually, just below, right there. That's wool. I should have known that. That's something that should be updated too, I think. That should have its own special sound for breaking, crushing the egg. Oh, speaking of egg. Honestly, it's the most tragic. It's in F because if you do it, you're the worst. I think that this is almost all of the unique sounds in Minecraft as far as blocks go. I feel like I must be missing maybe a couple, but I had to limit it to something. I think this is almost every unique sound in the game other than items and usable items. I expected it to be a bigger list. I think that I feel the strongest about my F category. Those are the worst sounds in the game. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Give this video a like. If you'd like more tier lists, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!